Wow, what a difference a week makes.
Oh gosh, that's right.
Remember
Last
this?
week
Yeah.
with the storms. Yeah, they were quite nasty. Today, a nice day, although cooler tonight.
Yes, we're going to be going down into the 40s tonight. Been a while since we've seen those, or at least a few days since we've seen 40s across central Georgia. And tomorrow, not quite as warm, but still plenty of sunshine to go around before, unfortunately, we turn the ship a little bit and we roll into the weekend and we run into the rainfall across central Georgia. Let's check it out. Here's a live look over the Georgia National Fairgrounds down in Perry this evening, already down into the 50s there, 59 the current number, and wind out of the west at about 8 miles an hour. Here's the current temperatures. Got 57 in Macon, 60 in Warner Robins, 59 in Cochran, 57 in Eastman, and 60 in McRae, 61 up in Milledgeville at this hour. The radar spinning around from Twiggs County, finding nothing out there across central Georgia. So the cold front has come through. There's a secondary front up to the north, but there's no concern with that. We're just going to watch that slide through parts of northwest Georgia and call it that. A cool, dry air back behind it, and that's going to be in our future here, at least for over the next 24 hours or so before we get a Gulf low to develop. So as we alluded to, down into the mid 40s, even low 40s in a few spots tonight. Right back to 60 tomorrow afternoon, if not a few degrees warmer, but this is going to be some 15 degrees cooler than we were today across central Georgia after making it to a high right around 75. Back down closer to 40 for Saturday morning, but you're going to notice a lot more in the way of cloud cover, and that's going to last through the day on Saturday. Predominantly overcast skies before we get showers to develop down to the south. Those will spread to the north as we get into the overnight hours, and a pretty rainfall coming down at a pretty good clip by the time we get to about Sunday morning at about 2 a.m. Play this forward into about 5 a.m. Widespread rain across central Georgia, heavy at times, but luckily we're not talking about thunderstorms across the area. And then on and off rain is going to continue through Sunday afternoon on into the evening on Sunday night before we begin to clear out by the time we get to Monday morning. So the expectation is going to work and school Monday morning. We will be dry across central Georgia, dry headed home from work and school. But then once we get into the middle part of the week, beginning on Tuesday, the GFS pulling some moisture up into central Georgia Tuesday afternoon and evening. The Euro still has it back down to the south and west. So we're watching the timing on this by the time we get to midweek. The GFS a lot faster than the Euro. As of now, I've got a 60% chance of rain both days, but I think it's going to be one day or the other that will get the higher rain chance before all is said and done. Now, when we look over the next 7 days, so from now until next Thursday, the amount of rain that we're expecting to see could be upwards of 1 to 2, maybe even 3 inches according to the European model. But I think the GFS has a little better handle on this, and this is going 3 to 4 inches in a few spots. But again, not going to get all of that at once. This is going to be from now until 7 days from now. So this is what we're going to be watching for in the days ahead, potentially 3 to 4 inches of rain here in central Georgia. Now, as for tonight, headed for an overnight low of 44, much cooler. We will have just a few lingering clouds out there. Winds out of the west at about 5 to 10 miles an hour. Then for tomorrow, 63, a mix of sun and clouds, calling it partly cloudy. Winds out of the west-northwest at about 5 to 10. Sunrise at 7:36. Here's the 7-day forecast into next week. Again, that 60% chance of rain on Tuesday and Wednesday. I think one of those days is going to see the rain chance go up. The other is going to see it go down. We just need to iron out the timing on that. Otherwise, our temperatures a whole lot more January-like than we've seen here the past couple days.